kiddos, this is your big cousin Kels, and I'm going to tell you a story of a real hero in the Bible. Now, a little backstory, since we are doing a hero theme, it's only right that I wear my superhero shirt, which is Superman. So a little story behind Superman. Superman is one of those dudes in the title. He said, faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than a locomotive. But the man behind Superman is named Clark Kent. And if you were to look at Clark Kent, you wouldn't think that he would be considered a superhero. I mean, he wears glasses and kind of a geek, and he interviews for the Daily News. And if you were to look at him, like I said, you wouldn't think that he would be Superman. You wouldn't think he's the same guy with the X-ray vision, So this ties into the story that we're about to tell. If you were to look at this man or this boy, you wouldn't think that he was strong enough to slay a giant. So kiddies, sit back and relax and let us learn the story of David and Goliath. And you can find the story of David and Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17. So parents, whenever you get a chance to, or whoever, or kids, if you want to read for yourself, go to 1 Samuel chapter 17 and learn the entire story of David and Goliath. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, the Philistine soldiers gathered their forces of war and assembled at Succoth in Judah. There the Philistines set camp. Saul, the king at the time, and the Israelites set camp in the valley of Elah and made plans to meet up with the Philistines in battle. There was a man named Goliath, a Philistine champion from Gath, who was 9 feet tall and covered in bronze, stepped up to the Israelites and shouted, "I am the Philistine champion, but you are only servants of Saul. Choose one man, any man, to come down and fight me." When Saul and the Israelites heard this, they were terrified and deeply shaken. They never encountered this before. Who will save them? On the other side of town lived a young shepherd boy by the name of David. He was a humble young man who cared deeply for his sheep and loved spending time with God. One day, David's father Jesse sent him into town to deliver food to his brothers who was a part of the Israelite army. "David," said Jesse, "take this basket of roasted grain and 10 loaves of bread to your brothers, and take some cheese over to the captain. Let me know how your brothers are doing." So David left the sheep with another shepherd and went the next morning. Meanwhile, Goliath and the Philistine soldier had been terrorizing the Israelites for 40 days. By the time David arrived, the Israelite army went out for battle. And when they finally met up with the Philistine, Goliath stepped forward and scared the Israelites so bad they ran in fear. "Have you seen the giant? He's big, he's mean, he will grind our bones to make his bread." Not sure if they said that, but I wouldn't put it past Goliath. It was said that King Saul will offer one of his daughters in marriage to whoever killed Goliath, and his entire family will be exempt from paying taxes. Won't that be a nice thing, being exempt from paying taxes, because honey, they is too high. They need to cut it. David became curious and spoke with the soldiers more about it. But David's curiosities and questions reached King Saul, and he called David unto him. David told Saul, "Don't worry, I'll fight this Philistine giant." Saul was like, "You must be crazy. There's no way you can fight him and win." But David insisted and told Saul the time he fought a bear and a lion who tried to attack his lamb. "The Lord will rescue me from the claws of the lion, and he will rescue me from Goliath." So reluctantly, Saul agreed and let David fight the giant. Saul gave David his own armor, and after David put it on, he realized it was too heavy for the young lad. I mean, David wasn't built like a warrior or anything athletic. So David decided to take the armor off and fight Goliath his own way. He was good as gone. When Goliath found out who chose to fight him, he laughed and yelled, "Am I a dog that you will come with me with a stick? Ha! Let's fight, and when I'm done with you, I'll feed you to the animals." David replied, "You may come at me with your big weapons, but I come to you in the name of the Lord, for the battle is the Lord, and he will win." As Goliath moved in to attack, David grabbed his sling and a rock, and with the wave of his sling, the rock flew and struck Goliath in the middle of his forehead. The giant then stumbled and fell face down on the ground. David did it. He killed and defeated the Philistine giant with just a sling and a rock. With the help of the Lord, the Philistine champion was defeated and the war was won. Wow, wasn't that an awesome story of David and Goliath? Just think, a small shepherd boy growing up to do great things. And so let that be a lesson to us that even though someone may not look the part, may not be as strong, may not be as tall, may not be what you think a hero should be, doesn't mean that God can't use them to do great, extraordinary things like a hero should do. So, and also we have to think about this in our lives. A lot of times we face a lot of giants that will cause us to run away, that will cause us to be scared. But as long as we have God on our side, we don't have to be afraid, and we can face those giants head on. I mean, giants, they do fall. So with all these things that we learn, let us take it in our everyday lives. Thank y'all so much for joining your big cousin. It's been an honor and a pleasure to bring you this story. And may God continue to bless you and use you in his way. We love you here at Destiny, and we want you to know that God is on the throne and there is nothing too hard for him. Again, we love you, and we'll see you later, babies. Love you.